What is up, F and True followers and the members of the YWC, JC Styles,
Hey guys, Brian Crazy, as always.
and we are F and True Wrestling here on YouTube.com, and we are here with the WWE Vengeance review for October 23rd, 2011. Vengeance just went off the air 20 minutes ago, so we're going to give you the rundown real quick. Fortunately, it is really late, so bear with us on this review.
Exactly. To be honest, guys, this is our third take. The first take, we came in the house, we went to go process the information from our camera. Unfortunately, we have a remainder counter on our camera, and it said that all the time was bit up. But when we went to go retrieve the physical file, we could not locate it. So we go back outside, we reload another card, we go to do this video again, and we run into a skunk. So now here we are at our third take of our Vengeance review. We apologize about the difficulties. My other camera is still outside running actively, so we'll have to retrieve that once the skunk has cleared. So we move into our first match of the night. We see the team of Air Boom, Evan Airborne, and Kofi Kingston defend their tag team championships against the newly formed team of Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. It's an excellent match. We see a lot of back and forth action. What are your comments on this one?
Yeah, it was a lot of good high spots. I mean, we saw Evan Bourne do his double knee on Jack Swagger. We saw the Swagger lock, which is the ankle lock. We saw Ziggler go for the zigzag several times. We even seen him lock in the sleeper hold on Evan Bourne at one point in the match. It was just a really great all-around match. I enjoyed it. My boys, like I predicted, Air Boom War going to pick up the tag team title, pick up the win and retain the tag team title.
Yeah, because this was kind of a surprising situation. First, we got promised a U.S. title match on Raw. Then on SmackDown, we found out that the tag team title match was still going to happen. So we found out that Dolph Ziggler would be competing twice in one night. I kind of anticipated a little bit of a break between the two matches, but Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title did go on next. Like JC said, it was a fantastic match. I kind of was hoping Swagger and Ziggler would have won. It would have created a nice feud going back and forth between Air Boom and Swagger and Ziggler, but I don't think that feud is going to end anytime soon.
No, it's not.
Especially kind of what happened in the next match. They kind of hung around for the Ryder-Ziggler match until they were kicked out of the ringside area after they tried to prevent Dolph Ziggler from walking off.
Yes. You know, everyone knows I'm a big Zack Ryder fan. I thought tonight was his night to get his first championship gold since he was teamed with Kurt Hawkins, and they were known as Hawkins and Ryder. You know, it was another great tag team. Before that, they were known as the Major Brothers when they first broke into the WWE on SmackDown. And unfortunately, I know, this was Zack Ryder's first match on pay-per-view in quite some time. And he brought it. I mean, he brought it to the best of his abilities. And, I'm not disappointed. I am disappointed, but I'm not. I mean, he gave such a great show. I would have loved to have seen him win the title. But you can't really argue with the fact is that he bought it, and that's nothing more than what anyone can ask for.
Exactly. It opens up the door for future opportunity, hopefully. Zack Ryder, like JC said, brought it on the big screen at the pay-per-view, and hopefully we will see him compete at Survivor Series, hopefully for the United States title once again.
Yes.
Hopefully they'll keep this alive and active. So then we move into our next match of the night. We see Beth Phoenix defend her Divas Championship against Eve. And I have to say, for the Divas division, which has had its ups and had its downs, I mean, here at F and True Wrestling, we respect the competitors and we respect everything that they do. But for a division that has had its ups and has its downs, these girls did bring it tonight. And some incredible back and forth moves between these two.
Yeah, we saw attempt at the Glam Slam, which was reversed. Schoolboy roll up. We also saw we actually seen Eve lock in a triangle armbar submission, which we haven't seen her do in quite some time. But she does have a background in mixed martial arts. She trains in jiu-jitsu, so she's really, really talented outside of the ring and off camera. When even in karate dojos that's and such. It was a really great match. I'm not going to knock them, but Beth Phoenix won. I wanted her to win.
Beth Phoenix won via Glam Slam. It was very close. I thought Eve was going to pick up the win in this match. They're going to continue the Divas of Destruction storyline for now, it looks like. But who is going to be the next contender to go up against Beth? Are we going to see Eve again? Are we going to see Kelly Kelly? Or maybe one of the Bellas are going to be elevated You know, they did have a little taste of gold earlier in the year.
Yes.
So then we go into a backstage interview. We see Matt Striker interview The Big Show, and they discuss the World Heavyweight title match that's upcoming later up in the night. Then we go into the next match, which is Christian versus Sheamus. This is the rematch from Hell in a Cell. There's been a lot of bad blood between these two guys.
Yes. You know, Christian brought it. Sheamus brought it. You know, the Great White succeeded in the match. You know, you go out. These guys went out there over the last month, and they've interfered in matches, each other's matches. Christian screwed Sheamus out of a chance to be a #1 contender. You know, it was just a really good storyline that was furthered tonight. We see Sheamus pick up the win with the Bro Kick, but the thing is, Christian, you know, you can't take anything away from Christian because Christian is a former world champion now too, and he's...
Well, after the start of this match, Christian was so dominant. He was just unleashing fury onto Sheamus.
Yes.
And then kind of midway between the match, Sheamus got his second wind, and he just started bringing it, back. And then when you see Christian come back and Sheamus come back, it kind of kept you on the edge of your seat for a minute or two there. And that's the kind of matches I like. The one thing about Vengeance was it was very unpredictable.
Yes.
So then we move into the next match. After we see Sheamus pick up the win, like JC mentioned, via Bro Kick. Moving to the next match is for the World's Heavyweight title. We see Mark...
Orton versus Cody Rhodes.
And you know what? I made that same mistake on the first shoot of this video. I apologize, guys. Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Incredible match. A lot of back and forth action yet again. I mean, this was a night of wrestling. Not a lot of promos. Ring entrances were even cut a little short.
Yes.
This was a night of wrestling, and that's what it should have been.
Yeah.
You know, for the $45, that's what us fans want to see. We want to see the in-ring competition. We want to see the wrestling, and we want to see the story told through the wrestling, not just through the promos and through the words, but through the moves, through the story that's being told throughout a match. Every time a guy interferes or every time you're at the edge of your seat, it's telling the story.
Yes. You know, this was another fantastic match. I mean, this match was built up over the last 2 months. We've seen Cody take out Orton several times, put a paper bag on his head, you know, cut promos. We see Orton, you know, violently beat him on SmackDown with a ring bell, you know, crack him across the face with his face guard several times. It was just a really good feud.
Within the last month, I mean, Cody Rhodes has been the recipient of 7 staples because of Randy Orton, and it's also been called the Zipper by Triple H, which was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and, I mean, it was so... That whole spot on SmackDown was so over the top, they couldn't even show it on TV. It had to be broadcast on WWE.com because it did not fit within their PG rating. But you guys have to keep in mind, everybody's like, oh, well, we need to go back to TV 14, this, that, and the other. SmackDown has always been a PG show since 1999, so keep that in mind. Like JC said, there's just been so much back and forth between these guys. Like the last spot, we saw Rhodes take out Orton, bag him, and say, what happens when you cut the head off a viper? All the venom, drains out.
Yeah.
And says, do you want a receipt with that paper bag? All crazy.
Retarded.
But I mean, so over the top. When he speaks these words, you believe Cody Rhodes is almost crazy. You know what I mean? Incredible match. We do see Randy Orton pick up the win. I was a little disappointed. Randy Orton is a made man of the WWE. Regardless if he lost one pay-per-view match to Cody Rhodes, it's not going to change his position or his standing with the fans. It would have put Cody Rhodes over, though. But Cody Rhodes has such a strong showing. I think it resonates in the fans, such as myself and such as you, that we're going to remember, wow, Rhodes brought it at the big stage, and he went against one of the best currently in the game, and he stood toe-to-toe with him.
Yes. I wanted Orton to win, because I didn't really want to see these guys drag the Intercontinental Championship into the feud. Brian said in our predictions that, the Intercontinental title is prestigious, and, it would bring more prestige if Orton held the title again. And the thing about it, though, is that the reason I think Orton won tonight was because over the last month, he's been on the wrong side of the beatings, and it was his night to get vengeance. So maybe we'll see Cody get his revenge at Survivor Series. We don't know. I mean, anything can happen in the WWE.
Anything can happen, and we still got several weeks until Survivor Series. So there's going to be some time to build a feud up again or just continue the current feud. So then we move into the next match for the World Heavyweight Championship, like I mentioned a moment ago before my broadcast colleague so nicely informed me that I skipped it like I did in the first take of this video. We see Mark Henry go against The Big Show. Now, The Big Show was inducted into Mark Henry's Hall of Fame 4 months ago. He was one of the first inductees. Now, this is Big Show's chance to gain vengeance. Incredible match. Usually when you get two heavyweights in the ring together, you kind of question what's going to happen. Is it going to just be a brawl, an all-out slugfest? We're going to see a couple power moves, and like JC likes to describe it, 2 Tyrannosaurus Rexes, dancing in the ring.
Oh, so you're swagger jacking me now?
I'm swagger jacking.
You gotta love the Jersey Shore fist pump. But yeah, this match was definitely good. For what it was worth. The outcome of the match, I kind of wish we would have saw a winner. Because Big Show just came back. Like I said to Brian before the match starts, I said if Henry wins the match, good for him. If Big Show wins, I would question why. He just came back. I would kind of like to see, the match it drag out just a little bit. Maybe have him pick up the world title at Survivor Series. With that being said, due to the outcome where we see Mark Henry set up the Big Show on the top rope for a superplex, I believe personally it was a planned spot. The ring imploded. Now, if you all have seen the WWE Oh My God moments, or you remember seeing the match actually on SmackDown when Brock Lesnar suplexed Big Show and you saw the ring explode, the referee had more selling of the ring imploding, where tonight, whoever that referee was, I don't know who it was, kind of just like, was like, oh.
The guy that looked like Anderson Cooper?
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Google Anderson Cooper. The referee looks just like him.
Yes. But, the match was good. I have to give my hats off to both guys. I kind of wish we would have saw a clear finish. Winner, Mark Henry or Big Show.
But what a better way. I mean, if you're going to go to a no contest, why don't just go all out, destroy the ring so there's no possible way? So you don't make Big Show look bad. You don't make Henry look bad.
No.
You make them both just look like they're so insane they took out each other and destroyed the ring in the process.
Exactly.
What a great way to further a feud. I don't usually like indecisive finishes to matches, but I like this one. This was well done. This was definitely well done. So after they're both hauled out, and they even bring down the little mobile cart thing like they used at Money in the Bank. They brought that out. They dragged out the competitors. Johnny Laurinaitis, if you guys don't know, Johnny Laurinaitis is Johnny Ace. He's a former wrestler. He's the innovator of the Ace Crusher maneuver. That is the modern-day RKO. Diamond Cutter and the Stone Cold Stunners even adapted to that. It is just a seated version of the maneuver. He comes out and promises that we will still see a WWE Championship match tonight. So we're going to see Alberto Del Rio defend his WWE Championship against John Cena in a last-man standing match. Both competitors come out, and they actually start this match in the broken ring. Now, you guys got to keep in mind, if you haven't seen this pay-per-view, you probably don't have any idea of what the ring looks like, obviously. But, I mean, the ring was at a tilt like, I don't know, about that angle. And the posts are all flopped over. There's no ropes. I mean, it is not a functional ring. It is just an angled 20 by 20 square.
Before we get into that match, we actually skipped over the CM Punk Triple H tag match.
We sure did.
The match was great. It was going awesome. You saw that both guys, all 4 members, brawling it out. We see the match kind of, fall out to the ring, outside of the ring, where we see someone just reach over the barricade and just sucker punch Triple H. Lo and behold, it's Big Daddy Cool Diesel, who he will always be. I don't care what anyone says, he's Big Daddy to me. But it's Kevin Nash, and we basically see, Triple H laying on the outside. We see the Miz inside with CM Punk. He goes to do the Skull Cushion finale, and at that exact moment, R-Truth comes in, and he hits his finisher along with the Miz, and Michael Cole said that Miz and R-Truth call it the Little Jimmy's finale, which I thought was hilarious. Me and Brian almost fell out. Brian almost fell out of the bed. I almost fell off the couch. It was just a funny.
It was great. It was a great moment, and it was a great match. But like JC said, Kevin Nash interjected himself in this match. Now the commentators were wondering, how did Kevin Nash get in the building? Johnny Laurinaitis let him in. He is the man that brought Kevin Nash back. He is the man that hired Kevin Nash. And Triple H is still a threat to Johnny Ace. So who better than his former best friend to take him out? So Nash jumps the barricade, gets mixed up into the ring with Triple H, does a couple power maneuvers, and then jackknifes him. And the jackknife really didn't go right. Triple H ended up biting it right in this area. His head folded right up into his chin. He looked like he was really hurting bad. He was definitely favoring the left arm as he left the ringside area.
I think he suffered a stinger, as they call them. But I mean, we can't really know for sure if it was because Triple H is not used to getting jackknifed. We don't know if it was because Kevin Nash was not expecting Triple H to be, as heavy as they thought, or maybe Triple H didn't, push up high enough to assist with the jackknife. But
and this match was before the ring was broken.
Yeah, this was
so the
before
ring
the
was
match
still
was broken.
The ring was still on a level plane. It was still strong. So I mean, Triple H hit a full integrity ring. I'm mixing up my words a little bit. I'm thinking faster than I'm speaking. I apologize. I mean, there was just so much we just took in. It was a great pay-per-view. I know there's going to be a few people out there that says it's not a great pay-per-view, whatever have you. In our opinion, we enjoyed it. And at the end of the day, we respect the wrestlers. We respect that they go out there, they put their necks on the line. They could be paralyzed at the end of the night. Now, people go, oh, that's their job. This is what they do. Do you go to work and not make a paycheck?
Plain and simple.
Plain and simple. Enough said right there. So
I'll let you take the last match.
We go into the WWE title match for
the WWE Championship.
For the WWE Championship, I was going to say one more thing that just popped in my head but came out. Like I said, thinking faster than I'm speaking. I apologize. Alberto Del Rio versus John Cena. The match that Johnny Laurinaitis promised that would still happen. Now they start off the match in the broken ring. Now they bring it all over the arena to the backstage area where they end up destroying an equipment case, a table with coffee and donuts
Taking out the coffee and donuts was bastards.
Which me and JC commented at the same time, Vince is going to be mad. It was hilarious. I mean, we weren't even looking at each other. We were sitting in the same room. We were like,
I had a mouthful of goldfish and I was saying it. Pepperidge Farm goldfish.
Pepperidge Farm goldfish, not real goldfish. Joey's not a monster.
No.
I mean,
I don't like fish.
I mean, if someone wants to buy Joey an abyss mask, maybe he'll eat a goldfish on national TV for you guys or national YouTube. Or
who knows. But, I mean, the overall match was pretty good. The outcome, I kind of expected. But I'll let you take the match.
Yeah, there was just some real sick spots, guys. Real sick spots. Like I said, the equipment case got dinged up real bad. They took out a table backstage. When they came back to the area by the entranceway, we saw the Vengeance V taken out. Then Alberto Del Rio goes to jump off some scaffolding onto John Cena, who he has on the table. John Cena gets up, pulls Del Rio down, puts him through the table. Then they go back to the ringside area. We see John Cena put Del Rio through the Spanish announce table. Then we see the Awesome Truth get involved. They end up taking out John Cena. And John Cena still gets up after this.
Yes.
And
it wasn't until Del Rio hit him with the belt, right?
Yeah, Del Rio clocked him with the belt. And he could not answer the 10 count.
Now, this is the part of the whole match I don't understand. Okay. If both wrestlers can't answer the count of 10, it becomes a double count.
It becomes a draw.
It becomes a draw.
And the championship doesn't change.
And Alberto Del Rio stays the champion. Now, at that key point in moment where Del Rio is beating on Cena, and Cena is not staying down, but then Cena actually is down, why doesn't Alberto Del Rio just lay down and just be like, oh, I mean, I know that it's not a booked finish, but I'm just saying it was like, would it be...
Well, here's my question. The backstage area, they ended up brawling. This was before they did the spots on the Spanish announce table and the Awesome Truth got involved. But there's these big metal panels. There's 4 big metal panels that are part of the backstage interview area. And we see one by one Del Rio topples these panels over on Cena. Now, it wasn't until the 4th panel was toppled did the referee start the 10 count. Yeah. Now, the referee, if he legitimately, when Cena was down, started the 10 count off.
Well, actually, I don't think you can't touch the wrestler until you has
to be 10 seconds from when you tap. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
You can't be physically attacking the wrestler in any way while the ref is counting. It breaks the count.
It breaks. Okay, you know what? I didn't even think of that. Like JC mentioned, it is almost 12 o'clock at night here. I start off very early in the morning, guys. So my day has already been lived, and I'm past my prime. So I apologize. But it was a great night. Like JC and myself have mentioned, Kevin Nash returned. Alberto Del Rio is still your WWE champion. Mark Henry retains due to the no contest. No change in the tag team United States or Divas Championship, and the Intercontinental title was not on the line. So
also, before we get into it, I don't know if we covered it. Brian did do a video about a couple of months back that The Undertaker was going to be returning. It was stated in WWE Magazine in an article, what better way for Undertaker to return on October 23rd. But that was not how it happened. did not go through. I guess when they did the article, WWE was assuming that he was planning on coming back, and then by vengeance, he decided not to show up. Maybe we'll see him next month. I mean, it will be his 21 years in the company.
Maybe they decided to hold it off for him for a month, or maybe they wanted another competitor to be part of the program with him, and that competitor wasn't able to be freed up from another storyline, or maybe it was Kane, or...
So now we have another month of speculation on what are they going to bring him back as, American Badass, the biker, or is he going to come back as the Dead Man?
His original character, 20 years strong as the Dead Man. That's what I'm hoping for. But it was a great night for Vengeance. Before we close out this video, please check out F True Entertainment, where you'll find everything non-wrestling related from me, JC, and our new partners in F True Entertainment, the Most Extreme Wrestling, Crystal, and Chronix. Please also check out their page, Most Extreme Wrestling, here on YouTube. Also check out the F True Click and all of the members of the Click. They are listed on our main channel page. Please check out our main channel. We will be trying to add some new, more interactive features for you guys out there. Also check out my channel, Fight Nation Wrestling, where I'll start to bring some more exclusive videos. It is my site for an indie promotion I hope to get off the ground, but I'm going to produce exclusive videos to gain more exposure, for that channel. So, guys, thanks for checking out this video. As always, Brian Crazy,
JC Styles,
the Effin brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com, Effin True Wrestling, and have a great night.